Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, the Africa campaign featuring the Modern Day 4 mod. In the last episode, we continued our push into Brazil, the Crux Federation, and we were able to take a bunch more victory points, and we are pushing the Crux Federation towards capitulation. At least that's the hope anyway. The one small issue is that we have kind of bumped into Bolivia here, which means now Bolivia's army is on the border here. Hopefully that doesn't cause us too much trouble, because it is a lot of divisions that are sitting there up against not too many of ours. But one other thing that we were doing is we started making a new garrison army type to replace our actual combat divisions over here, so we can get our infantry army and our marines freed up and actually over here and fighting in the way that they're supposed to be. So we're working on that. Okay, now one thing that I do want to talk about before we get started is that I mentioned at the beginning of last episode that the reason why we were having problem with our petroleum is that civilian factories cost a half a point of petroleum to simply exist. Their mere existence, not even the fact we're using them, their mere existence costs us oil. I kind of get what they're going at. They're trying to use the petroleum as kind of an energy resource, kind of similar to Hearts of Iron 3 in that regard, in that you need energy in order to have IC. But I just don't think it's entirely fully thought out or balanced, and it isn't going to be, because this mod is currently working on merging Modern Day 4 with Millennium Dawn. So there really isn't going to be any more new versions of Modern Day 4 coming out. So a lot of the incomplete mechanics and some of the unbalanced areas of the mod are just not going to get fixed. So I went ahead and made the decision that since I feel myself that it is something that is not very well balanced at the moment, that the mechanic just needs to be removed. So I went ahead and I edited the mod files to remove that cost. Now the tooltip still shows it, because I don't know where the tooltip is, but I actually edited the files that modify the buildings so that it then will no longer actually cost us any petroleum to operate. So once I unpause it and we run it forward for a day, I think, is when it recalculates, that we will see our insufficient resources go away at some point here. There it goes. Okay. And now we should see 245 extracted and a surplus of 216. Which means we no longer need to be importing all of this oil. No, we don't need to import any. We don't need to import any oil. Because the problem is as we advance, we're just going to keep overrunning more and more and more civilian factories that were built by the AI, and I have no control over that. So it's just going to continue to drain our resources to the point that we can't do anything. And I don't think that is a very fun mechanic. So we're just going to remove it. And I understand that they added that decision where you can drill for oil and try to offset, but it really, a half a point is way too much. I don't know what would be a good rate. And I don't really want to sit around here and experiment with it in this series. So we're just gonna remove it. All right. And that means we no longer need to do these conversions. So we can get our guys back doing what they were supposed to be doing, which is building infrastructure and other things. So, back to work. We also have a lot of repairs that need to be made. Actually, let's go ahead and prioritize those repairs. Get those done first. Alright. Excuse me. And, now that we have tons of surplus oil, we can go ahead and get our planes and guns and everything else manufacturing again. I think we want more maritime patrol. I would like to have some tanks, especially since we're fighting with them right now. Let's see. Let's just fill into 5 factories at least, minimum for everything. And then we may actually run into a situation where we're out of other resources, right? And let's just throw the rest into... what are we short on? Transport helicopters. Let's crank out transport helicopters. Let's just throw all the rest in there. And there we go. We are good to go. Oh, and we need ships. So, not that I really need to prioritize them, but let's reprioritize ships. And let's see, where are we at in terms of ship research? We're 800 days away from our new carriers, 300 days away from new frigates. Okay, so let's get 4 more carriers built. This thing keeps reverting back to home fleet. I know I've renamed this a bunch. I don't know if it just so happens that doesn't save or whatever. But this is not really the home fleet. This is just the naval reserve. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, I know we're spending a lot of time sitting here paused, but the next thing we need to do is these guys are all out where they need to be for the most part. I'm probably going to push out these additional 20 units. Let's get 20 more of these. Alright, set their location. And those guys are going to go into this army. Alright. And then our infantry can now no longer needs to garrison. They can begin redeploying over here to start moving into South America. Okay. And one thing we're going to really need to do is reorganize this front line, because our existing divisions are getting way too stretched. So we're going to have to kind of have a northern theater and a southern theater as we continue to push through here. All right, and we have all these Americans. Oh, right. I forgot about these guys. I gotta redistribute. Oh, because I cannot let them take a port. gotta get there. We gotta get there and engage them. Free dockyards. You know what, let's get some more destroyers building. For the time being, let's just make 10 of them. I'm not sure exactly what our numbers are going to work out to be, but we just need ships building. Alright, come on, engage them, engage them. Engaged, okay, good. Yeah, they're still technically attacking us. Now, one thing we're going to need to do again is distract the American Navy once the infantry is all gathered together and ready to move. Okay, what we're doing is we're going to let them wear out. Attacking here. Once our guys are in position, it still says we have dangerous naval invasions somewhere. Enemy air superiority over Amazonas. Alright, we're gonna have to put some more planes out there. These are old planes, but it's what we've got. We could take the Black Panthers and transfer them there and move them to that zone, just to get a veteran unit. Just to get a veteran unit in there. Alright, cooled IR systems. Alright, so that was this. Should we go for these or wait for this? Let's see, how long till this is done? 201 days. How long to research this? 423. Yeah, so there's no real point. We'll just push down to this one. Let's see. What else do we need? We're working on that. We can start working on our own vehicles. Again. This is all done. This is working. We haven't done anything with submarines. And yeah, I know I should probably have gotten on these earlier. Those are working. Those are working. this is done. You know what? Let's do it. Let's start working on subs. Start working on subs. Speaking of, do we have any more slots? No. Don't have any more research slots. Alright, and you guys... You're all pretty much in position. Throw those guys back in the sea. Alright, there we go. Alright, can I force all those guys out? Yes, I can. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Split in half, we're gonna put 10 in there, and the other 10 in there. And then we're going to take the Marine divisions, and we're going to assign them back to the Marine Army. But we're not going to move them just yet. There we go. We're not going to move them just yet because we need to change these guys' orders to guard the entire coast. And it's going to take 38 divisions. And we're going to go ahead and just train 20 more. Let's see. Do we want to go with 20? How many was it going to take? Because I want like a double. 38. So let's say 80. Let's bring it up to 80 divisions. So we're going to do 30 more of those. And that's going to be a lot of our manpower. We can develop infrastructure. Alright. And do we want to change this from partial draft to mandatory service? Division recovery rate, division organization minus 10%. Yeah, let's do it. And then that will start increasing our manpower pool again. And then we can always change it back. Right? We can always change it back. Alright, so you guys... I'm actually going to put these guys just on the southern front. So we're going to start using this as an early reorganization. So we'll work on that. How is the infantry? The infantry hasn't all gathered together yet. I'm also going to want to wait until I have more troops over here guarding that coast before I move the Marines out of there. Again, we don't really need them trained. We just need them... Need the bodies on the coast. Utility vehicles. See, now I can risk building... Go ahead, well, not risk, but go ahead and build more... Actually, let's not build the military factories on the coast, because I want to save those for naval dockyards if we want to do that. So yeah, let's get a few military factories building. Are they gonna push me back here? They might. We do have reinforcements arriving. See, one thing I should probably do is take these 3 frigates, bring them over here, because these are all in the 1965 frigates as well. Merge them into that fleet. These are all our old, outdated ships. We have an incoming naval invasion here. Okay. Not a problem, actually. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell our armor to stop. Because you guys are going to have to drive those guys back off the coastline. I mean, it's really their only option. Alright, there we go. We can force those guys out. Okay, and that gives me 30 more divisions. Oh, that's right, you can only hold 72. Well, bollocks. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll just move 8 into that army there. Oh, it's only 7. There we go. 8. Alright, so they're not going to distribute out. The last of the infantry is beginning to arrive at the port. So the only thing are those frigates. Okay. Armor stay there. We'll let the infantry take up, and then you guys resume your assault. There we go. That little issue's been dealt with. I think not. Alright, then what we're... Once the infantry are over here, the infantry are going to take up this front. And then what we're going to do is we're going to switch... Probably the motorized paratroopers are going to take the southern front, and the armored paratroopers are going to take the northern front. So we'll just kind of split them. Okay, so everybody's there and ready to go. Everybody's there and ready to go. So, let's take a look at the air. Maritime patrol. These guys haven't been flying any missions, but they're still that badly depleted. Oh, it's going to take them an incredibly long time to replace. Okay. They were close air support. We can get them out there. Because are these our newer ones? Not really. At least not in that wing, anyway. Alright, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to actually put these ships kind of out in the water, purposely to be found by the enemy navy. They're set to disengage. Alright. I could do convoy escort, but... and I really need those MPAs and multi-role fighters. Okay, well... let's... let's go. Alright, I'm trying to act as bait here. Yeah, if I try to put those maritime patrols out there, they're going to be instantly killed. So they won't do us much good. Come on, guys. Go, go, go. I can risk it. We'll put them in there. Convoy escort. They get sunk, they get sunk. Their entire purpose is the fact that they are expendable. Yep. My fleet is protecting them. Hopefully, they can get across before the entire giant doom stack of the American Navy shows up. Looks like they're gonna make it. Okay, they made it. Alright. My fleet. Get back to port. Okay, then you guys, set yourselves up on this front. And then once they are in position, we will reorganize. Oh, we took that city. Good. What does that actually put their capitulation at? 95%. Almost there. Oh, they made another landing. I could send our infantry over there, but it's not that big deal. Our light air assaults should be more than capable of repelling 2 American divisions. Well, now it's 3 American divisions. Still, no matter. They can't be supplied, so they're gonna die. And they are. Okay. Actually, we only need 1 division walking in there. The other one can walk back. And you guys can stay right there. That's fine. Okay. And actually, can we extend? It's not needed yet. You'll need to extend the garrison. Alright, how are we looking over here? We still have some troops that are redeploying. I'm really worried about this one. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna risk pulling our Marines out of that area. In the hopes that my 1 division can hold it. Well, there are more coming. It's just a matter of will they get there in time. That's the only real concern. Those guys are just walking? No, 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 no. Redeploy, please. Oh, and they're hitting me again. Jeez. Yeah, I guess I can strategically redeploy directly into a battle. I'm gonna have to redeploy there and then walk. Why can't you guys walk? Come on, move. Armies cannot move into the enemy territory in strategic redeployment mode. I was still in strategic redeployment mode. That's why I was having trouble. Hopefully they get there in time. If they don't, then they just throw whoever these guys are back into the sea, so... I would say... Oh, we're at 449,000? Oh. Stop what you're doing. Deal with this nonsense again. Okay, so our infantry. Why are you only deploying down there? That's a bit strange. Oh well, I'm sure they will figure that out. Apparently not. No, they are just kind of randomly spamming. Okay, stop it. You can go somewhere directly. Because you can't seem to figure out where you want to go. Yeah, stop that attack for now. Alright, but I think we are at the end of the episode here. So, we will go ahead and end it here. We are really close to capitulating the Crux Federation. So we'll see how that goes next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.